Between 2003 and 2009, 20 women were found dead across 6 towns in 5 districts of southern Karnataka. They were all in their mid-20s or early 30s. All 20 bodies were found in restrooms of bus stands. The restrooms had to be broken into because they were locked from inside, and all 20 victims were dressed in what appeared to be their wedding saris, with not a single piece of jewelry on them. Of the 20 bodies, 8 were recovered from Mysore city's Lashkar Mohalla bus stand alone, and another 5 from Bangalore's busy Kempegowda bus station. For 6 years, nobody saw any link between this mysterious death of women's in bridal dress at bus stations. All 20 cases were consigned to unnatural deaths and suspected suicides in files of at least 10 police stations, and no attempt was made to identify them and trace their families. While postmortems in all 20 cases revealed poisoning, blood samples of only 2 victims were sent for forensic tests, and no red flags were raised even after the forensic tests revealed that the poisoning was caused by cyanide, a chemical not easily available and not certainly commonly used in suicides. But then, the cops were whipped into action when a communal storm broke out around the 19th victim, Anita Baramar, of 22 years old, from Bantwal, who went missing on June 16, 2009. Her community raised a suspicion of love jihad, a theory that Muslim men seduced Hindu women with the aim of converting them, and a morcha of around 150 reached Bantwal police station, threatening to burn the police station down if Anita was not traced. Sensing that the situation could get out of hand, the Bantwal police formed a high-level probe team. The body of Anita, frothing at the mouth, had been discovered in a ladies' toilet at the intercity bus stand in Hassan, a town 160 kilometers away, just a day after she went missing. The call records of Anita's landline revealed she used to get into long conversations with somebody late in the night. This number belonged to Kaveri Manku in Madikeri, who, cops found to their shock, was missing too. A study of Kaveri's call records revealed suspiciously high number of calls from a number none in her family recognized. This number led the investigating team to Pushpa Vasukota in Kasaragod. She too had been reported missing a year ago. Pushpa's call records led the cops to another missing woman, Vinutha Pijina from Puttur, as Vinutha's phone records led them to another missing woman and this woman's phone to another. In this way, it became a long chain of all missing women. The cops tasked a team back in Bantwal to analyze the call data of all these numbers. The exercise revealed an interesting piece of information. All the phones the cops had been tracking were at some point active in a village called Duralakate in Mangaluru. As the cops swarmed Duralakat and began raiding small hotels and lodges to uncover what they believe was a prostitution racket. During the process, they got information from their team that Kaveri's phone had been switched on for 3 minutes in Duralakat. The call was traced to a young boy named Danish, who told them it was given to him by his uncle Mohan Kumar. The Bantwal police team knew that either they were close to catching the ringleader of a flesh racket or, worse, a mass murderer. When cops tracked Mohan Kumar's current number, at that point, he was making long calls to another woman, Sumitra Shakara Pujari of Bantwal. Cops then called Sumitra and made a plan with her to catch him. He was picked up after cops asked her to invite him for a meeting. What Mohan Kumar told the cops during his custodial interrogation was worse than they had imagined. It was serial killing of the proportion the state had not witnessed before. He said he preyed on women looking for marriage in their mid-20s or early 30s. He targeted unmarried women who belonged to poor and destitute families, especially those who looked past the age of marriage. He would introduce himself mostly as a government officer and strike conversations with them. If he got a positive response, he would move on to exchanging phone numbers and building a relationship. He was a primary school teacher and were very smart to plan out everything. He would use different names to introduce himself, and among the things that Kumar kept in mind while approaching his victims was their caste. During initial conversations, he would inquire about their caste and then claim to be from the same caste to lure them more easily. He was a smooth talker, and since he used to make it clear that he doesn't believe in dowry system, girl from poor family was attracted to him instantly. After luring them, he would ask those women to run away with him for marriage. He would ask to bring some amount of money and jewelry to start a new life together. He would ask victim to come in the evening and take them to some hotels or lodge, saying that they will get married the next morning as morning time is considered to be auspicious. He would then engage in sexual intercourse with the victim at night. He was so meticulous that he would even outline their fertility cycles to ensure she was ovulating at the time. Next day, he would take them to the nearest bus stand, saying that they are going to nearest temple via bus to get married, where he would ask them to take a birth control pill. The pill would be laced with cyanide. He asked the women to take the pill in the washroom. His justification for taking the pill inside the washroom was that the woman would feel the need to urinate immediately after consuming it. Once they collapsed inside the toilet after consuming the cyanide, Kumar would return to lodge room, vanish with their jewelry and other belongings, which he would have asked them to leave behind. Kumar got the idea of using cyanide as poison from a goldsmith he met during his days as a schoolteacher. A goldsmith used cyanide powder to polish gold jewelry. One day he mistakenly mishandled the cyanide, and that got killed number of his cows as they have consumed it. Kumar was shocked to see how goldsmith uses such kind of chemical that can kill living beings in such a short period of time. Then, posing as a jeweler, Kumar used to buy powdered cyanide in batches from the goldsmith. After each killing, Kumar would spend time between his second wife Manjula and third wife Sridevi, who stayed in Kasaragod and Duralakat, respectively. From both wives, he has 2 children each. He would pawn the jewelry of his victims in gold finance companies in Mangaluru and use the money to take care of his families. Until his arrest in 2009, neither wife knew about the other's existence or their husband's exploits. After being found guilty and receiving life sentences in 15 similar instances and the death penalty in 4 murder trials, he is currently incarcerated at the Hindalga Central Prison in Belagavi. The latest of the 20 murder charges filed against him was the raping and killing of a 25-year-old Kasaragod lady in 2020, for which he was found guilty.